Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. This is Michelle Reads YA, and today I am doing a tag. I was not tagged, but I saw this and thought it would be fun since I buy a lot of books. This is the book buying tag. I will put the original creator, if I can find them, down below, and I will also write out the questions down below, and I tag you if you buy a lot of books. Okay, so the first question is, where do you buy your books? I mostly buy my books at Barnes & Noble, and I like to go to local bookshops where I live. There are a ton of them, so I'm always looking to support local, and unfortunately I do use Amazon, so sorry about that. I have Amazon, I have Audible for audiobooks because they have Audible exclusives, so they got me there. I also have Kindle Unlimited because it's cheap for mostly unlimited ebooks. So yeah, but I still mostly buy physical books all the time, and mostly from Barnes & Noble. So yeah. The second question is, do you ever pre-order books, and if so, from where? I like to pre-order books from my most favorite authors. So I pre-ordered Take Me Home Tonight by Morgan Matson. I pre-ordered that new Rachel and Solomon that was just okay. And I mostly pre-order from Amazon because it comes on the day that it is released. Most of the time. The last time I pre-ordered from Amazon, they lost it for like a whole week, and I like wanted to read it on release day and then it didn't show up. So, you know, it is what it is. But I like to pre-order books from my favorite authors because it helps their sales, obviously. So I really like to do that. The next question is, on average, how many books do you buy a month? Too many. Definitely too many. So with Audible, you get 1 Audible credit a month. And with Kindle Unlimited, I think you get like 6 or 7 books that you can have out at a time, and then like it's like kind of like a library, and you can like return them and get another one. So there's that. And then I also have Libro FM, which is another like audiobook service, but it supports local bookstores, so that is another one a month. And then like I try not to go to bookstores a lot, but honestly I go to bookstores like every weekend. There's just so many bookstores around me, and I love there's just something about physical books, man. I don't know. So I buy a lot of books. So I'm gonna say on average I buy at least 6 books a month, which is way too many. Don't be me. The next question is, do you use your local library? Yes, I used to work at a library, so love the library. I have 5 library cards, 5 or 6 library cards. So I mainly use these library cards for the digital library. I use Libby, and I currently have 15 audiobooks out right now, and I'm just one person, and they're only out for 3 weeks. So it's a lot. Once again, don't be me, but I love, especially once COVID hit and libraries were like really closed and you could only do like curbside pickup for holds, is when I really started using the digital library, even though like I had worked at the library before. But once again, there's something about physical books. You just like, there's nothing like physical books. However, when that was like not an option anymore and I wanted to listen to audiobooks, this is when the digital library came into great use for me, and having access to different cards let me have access to different books. So in conclusion, I love the library. Okay. If you use your library, how many books can you take out at a time? So many. I think the Greensboro Public Library, like physical books, you can check out 50 or 100. Why can't I remember this? I don't know, because almost no one took out 100 books, right? Yeah. So I'm not sure with the county that I live in now how many you can take out because I'm new here. But I know with the digital library, I think with Maryland, you can take out 10 books at a time per card. So I have 2 Maryland cards, so I can take out 20 digital loans at once. And then I have 3 North Carolina cards, and I think you can take out 6 at a time. So a lot of books and that's why I have 15 audiobooks out right now. It's too many. It's too many. But the libraries give you so much wiggle room, and Greensboro Public Library just got rid of overdue fees, so if you still have to return them, but you're not going to get fined. And the county that I live in now doesn't do fines at all. They have like never done them, so it's great. You can have more freedom and not go in debt, and it's free. What is your opinion on library books? I, having worked at the library, love the library. I think the reason I own so many of my own physical books is because working at the library, you see the gross things that people do to library books. I don't want to gross you out, but it's the truth. Like, people are gross. So I just felt more comfortable buying my own books, but I love the library. I especially love the digital library and audiobooks. And I know that if I absolutely loved a book on audiobook, I'm going to spend my own money and buy the physical book so I can have it on my shelves forever. So, libraries are great. Support your local library. I know it's not a thing for everyone in every country. I know the United States is very fortunate to have so many libraries and access to digital libraries and everything, so I feel very lucky for that. But if you can support your local library, do it. It's amazing. Okay, what do you think of charity shops and secondhand bookstores? So in my town we have McKay's, which is a very large secondhand bookstore where you can sell books and buy books, and I love it. I could spend hours at McKay's. I could spend so much money there. I haven't been in like since COVID, so I would really like to go there, and there's a big one right where I moved, so maybe I'll do that this weekend. Ooh. Okay, so love it. I don't use Goodwill as much for books, and I don't know why. I haven't been in a Goodwill in so long, but what do I think of them? I think they're great. I understand that going to secondhand shops, the authors aren't going to make a profit, but they're cheap books for people who maybe don't have access to library cards or anything. So I'm pro charity shop, secondhand bookshop, pro McKay's. I'm going there this weekend. Do you keep your read books and TBR in the same section? Yes and no. So behind me I have 6 bookshelves, and it is a mix of books that I have read and books on my TBR. You can't see this, but there is a pile right here next to me that is part of a big project that I'm doing that is a huge TBR, and that's separated because I know that these are books on my list that I'm doing for a secret project, so they are in their own space. Also, after I finish a book, I put them on my nice little book cart that you also can't see, just so I have them ready for my monthly wrap-ups. So the answer to this is yes and no. If I have read them and they're to be read, they're behind me. If like I'm doing a secret project, they're next to me. And if I have read them in that month, they're on the book cart. So they're everywhere. This place is a mess. It's a mess. You can't even see it. Everything behind me looks beautiful because I made it that way. But everything you can't see, horrendous. Wait. Do you plan to read all the books you own? Yes. Yes. Is that possible? I'm not sure. Also, I change my mind about books all the time. Like, I really thought I was into adult romance when I did Smutathon and everything. So I bought all these adult romance books, and it turns out I don't like adult romance as much as I thought I did. I'll put that video up above. So it really depends. I also have a bunch of fantasy, and I don't know if I like fantasy at all. So I just change my mind about what I think I like all the time. So in a perfect world, I would read all these books, but in reality, am I going to? I don't know. So I don't know. Also, I don't know what I was gonna say. Also, life happens. Like, I have 2 kids who need my attention like all the time. I'm doing this because it's nap time. So, you know, life is hard. Okay, what do you do with the books you own that you didn't really enjoy or think you won't read? So I have a box of books that I first offer to the nice ladies in my book club if they want them. If they do, I take it to them at book club. If I don't want them, I have decided like every December to do a big end of the year book haul. So you'll see that in December. I'm doing a book haul. Unhaul. I'm doing an unhaul in December. Anyway, if they don't want any of those books, then I sell them to McKay's. So McKay's will take them, and now because of COVID, you can literally just drop them off and they'll mail you a check, which, excellent. So, doing that. And so I do that, and I think if McKay's doesn't end up taking them, they donate them to Goodwill. So they do everything for me. So the answer is offer them to my friends. If my friends don't want them, sell them. If they don't want them, it goes to a charity shop, and that's it. Have you ever donated books? So yes, McKay's donates for me, so I don't have to do that. Before I knew about McKay's, I donated books all the time to Goodwill. So yeah. Have you ever been on a book buying ban? No. I have a video I will try to put up here, it's been a while, called The Last Book Haul, where like I thought I wasn't gonna buy any books before, and that bitch was stupid as fuck. So I'm never gonna be on a book buying ban. It's not gonna happen for me. I love buying books. Like, when I have money to spend, I'm gonna spend it on books. I'm going to treat myself to books. I love books. Okay. The last question. Do you ever feel you buy too many books? Absolutely. There is a difference between reading books as a hobby and like buying books as a hobby, and like I have both of those hobbies, but they're 2 completely different hobbies, right? So yeah, so it's just a cycle. It's a cycle. It's fine. So yeah, so let me know in the comments, do you buy too many books? Where do you get your books? Are there books cheaper somewhere that's not problematic like Book Outlet? Because I gave that up. So let me know down in the comments where you get your cheap books from. So that's a book buying tag. Thanks for watching my video. See you in my next one. Bye!